Hi guys, Kim here. Welcome to Backyard Blooms. In today's video, we are going to talk about my great plant find that I got from Wilson's Nursery in Rock Hill, North Carolina. They gave me a discount, you guys, for having my YouTube channel because they love when people give them a shout out on YouTube. So Wilson's Nursery in Rock Hill, South Carolina is a great nursery. It is one of the many nurseries that I love around here. I am very, very lucky that I've got great nurseries around here. So anyways, look at this beautiful plant. Me and Dawn went to, like I said, Wilson's, and I went for slug bait because, you guys, this area over here, and it's been raining a lot, I guess, and because the mulch has kind of stayed wet, I have a huge slug infestation. Like slugs everywhere. I think I probably, and it's gross, squished about 100 slugs yesterday when I was trying to clean up this garden. But anyways, so I put all my slug bait down, so hopefully that will help. And I found this beautiful plant right here. So I dug up, and in another video, I showed like things that I don't love need to go because I have precious space in my garden. I don't have a huge garden. And if there are things that just doesn't bring me joy, then I'm going to get rid of them. So anyways, I had an azalea here, and it wasn't really happy in my front garden. It was really happy in the side garden as far as just growth, but it never bloomed. And it is supposed to bloom at least 3 times a year. And I never hardly seen blooms on it. So it was just taking up space. So I'm hoping this right here is going to do gorgeous. This is called a Mountain Fire Dwarf, and it's a Pyrrhus. Pyrrhus, P-I-E-R-I-S. Maybe saying that wrong. But however, this is my first time me planting this, and it's got like lots of interest. It says full to part sun. It gets 4 feet tall, 4 feet tall by 5 to 6 wide. And it's hardiness zone 6 down to -10, and it blooms in the spring. So it says, it's an evergreen shrub with drooping white flower clusters, fiery red new growth, matures to a chestnut brown color, very effective as a spring landscape accent, mass planting, or mixed with other shrubs such as azaleas and rhododendrons. Of course, I just got rid of my azalea. And like I already said, it takes full to part sun, blooms in the spring, water 2 to 3 times per week until established. So like I said, I do have this area on drip, so I'm not going to have to really worry about that. But this is where I'm going to put her, or him. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm just going to love, I love the interest. I love the different textures that it has on this as well. And it's going to be really, really pretty right up against this Artemisia right here. Don't you think? Love it. So that is plant number 1. So let's go to plant number 2. So plant number 2 is called a little Quickfire. You guys, when I went to Michigan to the 2024 Proven Winner Signature Garden, they had a ton of these all around. These with the purple fountain grass. It was so pretty, you guys. I just fell in love. I do have a purple fountain grass behind me somewhere here that I planted later into the season, so we'll see if it actually grows and does anything. But this plant was beautiful, so I'm really excited. I did find this one also at Wilson's Nursery. And like I said, it's called Little Quickfire. It is a Proven Winners brand. It's a panicle hydrangea. Panicle hydrangeas do great here in our zone if you want to put this in full sun. So the other ones, the mop head ones, no, not so much. They need shade. But this one is going to get some afternoon sun, but morning shade. However, it'll still get enough sun to bloom. So Little Quickfire Panicle Hydrangea, let me tell you about it. It says, celebrate summer sooner with Little Quickfire Hydrangea. White blooms appear early in the season and change to red as they age. Compact habit is great for small spaces. So I do have a small space over here on this Westside garden. It's long, but I think it's probably 70 feet, 60 to 70 feet long and 12 feet deep. That's what I have in this garden right here. And I am, like I said, on the Westside garden, and I'm in between 2 houses. And I built this like this garden specific for erosion because I was having a lot of erosion over here. So the more roots that I have in here, the less erosion that I'm going to have. So it takes sun, and it will do good in part shade. It has early blooming, and like I said, it's cold hardy, zones 3 to 8, and this plant gets 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then right next to it, this one is called, it's a grass called cayenne fountain grass. It's a pennisinum, and it is a perennial grass. Big dark red bottle brush blooms over rich green arching blades. It says infertile, which means will not self-sow. So there you go. It's a new word for me, infertile. Will not self-sow, and it has a long bloom time. So it takes sun to part shade. It likes moist soil, which it has right here. Well draining, which it should be well draining because I'm on a hill. And it says 2 to 3 feet, zones 5 through 9. So dark red bottle blush blooms. They're so pretty. I thought it would be really pretty as an accent up against this one. So I don't want to put it really like all the way in the back because this plant right here will be smaller than this one. So I'm just going to kind of put it to the side and they can kind of mingle in together. I think that'd be really, really pretty. So this was plant 2, this was plant 3, and let's go to plant 4. See, I told you I had an infestation of these. Big ones, little ones, all sizes. I have them for you. Come and get them if you'd like. Okay, plant number 4. This one, you guys, is beautiful. Look how beautiful this plant is. So this one is a Wula, and it's called Sonic Bloom Pink. And it's a Proven Winners, of course. I do love Proven Winners, and I do like Monrovia. So those are my 2 favorite brand names. Not that I'm like super particular between, not that I'm sponsored by any of them. I'm just like, I just love the Proven Winner plants and Monrovia. I like both of them. So Sonic Bloom Pink Wula blooms abundantly in late spring, then reblooms till frost. This deer-resistant shrub, so there's not too many deer-resistant shrubs out there, and I do have deer, does not need deadheading for months of colorful blooms. Love that. It needs 6+ hours of sun, which I am in the shade right now, but later on in the day, it will get plenty of sun. It is hardiness zones 4 through 8, and this plant will get 4 to 5 inches, 4 to 5 feet tall. So a little bit shorter than me. It has spring interest, summer interest, and fall interest. It says you can put it in borders, foundations, hedges, and it makes a great specimen. So that it does. It is just beautiful. Look how pretty this plant is. Just pretty. Okay, plant number 5. This one is a Wula also, but just a little bit different. Really, really variegated. It's called Myon Purple Effect. So this one's a Proven Winners. Like I said, I'm not being, I'm being partial to this plant. I sure am. Anyways, it says, plant Myon Purple Effect Wula for colorful flowers and foliage. Neat variegated leaves take on purple tones and abundant pink flowers appear in late spring. This one needs 6+ hours of sun, which it will get. Like I said, it is in the morning right now. It gets morning shade over here, but afternoon sun. Its hardiness is zone 4 to 6. And I really question about this plant, you guys, because when I read this, I'm like, usually zones 4 to 6 doesn't really work well here, but it doesn't really matter. I don't need to worry about how cold it gets here because that's not something I need to worry about in my zone. What I need to worry in my zone is how well it can take the heat. So I bought one, but I wanted more of these. This is something that I could like plant as a drift. It stays small, 1.5 to 2.5 feet tall and wide. So like I said, like I love it. I think it would be gorgeous to kind of like put this in a little bit of a drift. However, I'm going to see how well it does in my zone first before I go ahead and buy like 4 of them, 3 to 4 of them. So, however, just a beautiful, beautiful plant. My Monet Purple Effect. Here's the plant tag right here. I did plant this plant yesterday, and I will already have a video out on how to dig in our hard clay. So if you need to know how to dig in hard clay, make sure you watch that video. I'll link the video at the end of the screen. So let me just show you the plant tag here. That's the beautiful flowers it's going to have on it, and I'll throw some pictures of it up that are on the website as well. And this is what the foliage looks like. Just kind of show you the Westside garden. I've worked really, really hard on this side the last couple of days. I did prune all of my pink cashmere back so it can rebloom. I did that in the front and it bounced back gorgeously. I'll show you that as well. And then this is the Lilac Hardy Hibiscus that I dug up. I have 2 Hardy Hibiscus that I'm trying to give away. I'll prune some of this back so I can see some of the new regrowth. Camellias are going to have like the little buds on them right there, so I'm excited about that. These plants are white. This is one of the pink cashmere that I pruned back maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, so you can see all the new growth on there. They are susceptible, it seems like for me, to spider mites. Do you see that on the leaf right there, that discoloring? Spider mites suck out the color of the leaf. So I sprayed them. Captain Jack's Dead Bug is what I sprayed for the spider mites. And there's the new plant that I planted. Just love that foliage on that, you guys. It brings the brightness that this garden needs because I felt like it was just getting way too much. When things are blooming, not so much green, but when they're not blooming, I felt like I just had a lot of green. So I was hoping that my hydrangeas here would bloom back out again, but they didn't. I could cut those old blooms off right there. There's the new plant that I'm going to plant. That Pyrrhus or Pyrrhus, I would think is how you'd say that. And then my Pugster butterfly bushes. I pruned those back yesterday. I have some Gomphrena that I did from seed. These make great dry flowers too. Gorgeous coneflower. That's called One in a Melon. These are my winter creepers that I planted not too long ago, along with that Japanese maple. My new Quickfire with the grass is going to go right there. I have another mountain hydrangea pretty close to it called Ruby Slippers. Oh, look, you guys, I'm constantly seeing different stuff in the garden. Wow, that's a new one. That one looks like if it bit you, it would hurt. What do you guys think? Do you know what it is? You can comment. I was videoing in the backyard and I found a gorgeous butterfly on my Rose of Sharon. I'll show a picture of that. And the bumblebees were just enjoying the vermilion air as well. I just love different pollinators in the garden. This one I had pruned back a couple weeks ago. Pruned some of the coneflowers back. And my Nephophia, I think that's how you say it. I'd rather say red hot poker right there. So I just kind of cut the foliage back so we can like go ahead and try to root in really well. Here's one up here. I had 3, one of them died on me. So that's when I pruned all those blooms off my standard hydrangea tree, the Limelight. And I brought all those blooms inside so I can save them and dry them. Salvia is still doing great. That's the Blew My Mind salvia, or no, Blew My Mind's a different plant. Something has blue in it. I just went at a loss right for that one. And like I said, this starts my cottage garden right there. All right, guys, I'm going to get all of this stuff planted, and I just planted the very first Wula in my video. So if you want to learn how to plant, like I said, I'll have that video at the end of the screen. I'm not necessarily going to show you how I plant every one of these because I did plant that one up. And like I said, it's at the end of the end screen here, and it's titled How to Plant in the Hard Clay. So I'm going to plant everything up, and then when I'm finished, I'll show you the end results. And while I'm here, just make sure you like, share, and subscribe my videos. You only have to subscribe once. You don't have to subscribe twice. If you hit it again after you already subscribed, you will unsubscribe yourself. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have someone that loves gardening, make sure you share with them. And make sure you get out in your garden and enjoy your garden just as much as I do. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.